Hi, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin', and today we're going to be recreating this card right here. Now I am going to change it up just a little bit. I'm going to move the ribbon down and the sentiment up. I'm going to trade places with it because I just thought it would look a little bit better. But other than that, it's going to stay the same. What are we going to be using today? We're going to be using the Winter Woods bundle in the Stampin' Up! 2018 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. I don't know why I keep getting that mixed up. And so we're actually going to be using the sentiment from the stamp set, but we're going to focus on the framelits today. These framelits are awesome. So this one right here will actually cut this tree out, and I haven't done this yet, but I've seen other people do it. And then these little raised areas right here, it just kind of flaps up the tree a little bit. Add a little bit of embossing paste, makes a beautiful tree. We're actually going to be using these today, and they're just a little bit different. You'll see at the top they're a little bit different, and this one's a little bit longer. So I'm going to be cutting out 2 of these and 1 of these, one of the smaller ones. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of smoky slate cardstock that is cut at 3 1/8 by 4 inches. And don't worry, all the measurements again will be on my blog post. And we're actually going to be using our adhesive sheets that are in the catalog, annual catalog. This just makes it easier for when I adhere it to the card. As you can see, there's some tiny pieces on there. And you can use the fine tip glue pen, but I just find it would be a little bit easier on here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to lay this on top, and then I'm just going to use my scissors to trim out. Just cut this off. Just trim out a piece right here. And I'm making it just slightly larger. You can make it slightly smaller too. I don't know why I'm making it larger. And you're just going to peel this peeling back. Peel off the words, the sheet with the words. Try to get it all up at one time. And then you're just going to lay it on top of your cardstock like this. Just kind of rub it. Okay. That's sticky. And then I want to peel this little edge off right here. I'm going to have to use my little trusty pokey tool. There we go. Okay. All right, now don't take the backing off just yet, because we're going to use that when we run it through the Big Shot. Now I'm going to place my trees on here. Oh, I got that everywhere, y'all. On my fingers. Okay, I had to go clean that off my hands. So I'm going to run this to the Big Shot like this. I'm going to lay them like this, and then I can take this one or this one and turn around and cut right here. Okay, well, I will be right back. So I was able to get all 3 pieces out of that piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to take my pokey tool and poke out these little middle pieces here that we don't need. I could use the die brush, but this is so small that, or these are pretty big, I can just use my pokey tool, and it's actually a little bit faster for me. Okay, so these are all ready now. Oh wait, I gotta take it off the die, Denise. So these are all ready, so we're done with these. We're gonna use these foil edged cards, card bases that are in the holiday catalog. They actually come with their own envelope that's foil lined on the outside. Isn't that pretty? So these really make for quick cards. Well, quick, unless you're me. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my paper snips, because I want these to be a little bit different heights. And I'm going to take my larger one first. And I'm not going to trim this one off. I want this one to be the same height. Now, to get the backing off, I'm just going to use my little pokey tool and pick up the paper. Look, it just comes right off. And that is all, look, it's already got all the adhesive on there. It's all you need. And then I'm going to take this and lay it on my card right about here. And then I'm going to take this one. Actually, let me trim this one before I take the paper off. I'm just going to trim it, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. I know it'll be a little bit, I know it's the same height as this, or so it's already a little bit shorter, but I wanted it a little bit more short. I wanted it like me, short. It creates more of a layered effect. And then I think this one we'll just trim off just probably like a 1/16 of an inch, right above that little dot. Okay, and we'll pick this one up. I just love this paper. I always forget to use this. Matter of fact, I had to restart this video because I wanted to use it. I'm like, oh, that'd be so much easier. Okay, and then just kind of layer it on top of that one. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Now let's go ahead and do our Stampin' real quick. We're gonna use the Thinking of You this season. Really, it's the only sentiment in this set. Okay, and we're using a block, C block. And we're gonna get out our Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Oh, I need to make sure that's kind of even here. Let's make sure that's kind of even. I'm just gonna use my grid paper to kind of line up my words so I don't get another wonky sentiment. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it right at the top up here. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, Denise. Yeah, I got ink on me. Okay, and put this up. Back away from the ink, Denise. Okay, now, the only other thing we're going to do besides the ribbon is we're going to get out our shimmery white embossing paste. And mine's a little bit dry. I think I must have left it open or something. And use one of my palette knives. And I'm just going to grab a little bit, not very much. See how much I've got on that tip, because I don't want it to like make big, you know, big like snowballs on there. I'm just kind of layering on there just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of effect. So you're just going to go around your limbs, kind of like you would see it after maybe it's been snowing, or it's just starting to snow and it's getting on the trees and it's all sparkly and pretty. Yeah, I don't get to see that being in Arkansas. We get ice, or we do get snow sometimes, but it's rare, and sometimes it'll melt like within the same day. But the ice we do get, sadly, quite often. We haven't had a really bad ice storm in a long time. Oh, I should not have said that. I do not need that, Lord, this year, please. Okay, we're just gonna, I'm just putting a little bit more on there. Just kind of, it can have a little bit of texture, but you don't want it to be just, you know, kind of like, oh, wow, that's a big old snowball, you know. Just make sure you try to get it on as many of the limbs as you can. You know how, for most of us, we know kind of what it looks like. If we haven't seen it in person, we've seen it on the news or Google. Like, see how that one's really big? Yeah, we don't need that one. Just, I can leave a little bit, kind of like that. And this dries really good, really well. Yes, I'm from the South. Sometimes I don't use my English properly. I have coworkers. Denise, I'm like, I know. I'm just getting it out there, okay? Okay, so I think that's good. All right, so we're done with this. Make sure you wash off your palette knife as quickly as possible. That's all it. Then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use some of this metallic edged ribbon, and this is in silver and white. That's all. Look how quick that is. And we're just gonna wrap some ribbon around. Let's get pretty good. Let's get pretty good amount. I'm just gonna leave it on the roll because it'll be easier that way. I don't trim off too much. And I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm just gonna try. See how I do this? Try, there we go, to tie a bow. Okay. This will be the longest part of the video. Okay, hold on to that, Denise. Yes, I'm talking to myself. I mean, I'm not really, I'm talking to you guys. You guys just can't answer me back. Okay, and tie it. Now, tie it. Tighten up the bow. Tighten up the bow. I don't think this part is tight. Okay, I think I can fix that part though. Okay, I don't want my bow to be huge. I mean, I know I live in the South, we like big bows, but not on this card, okay? And then I'm just gonna pull the ends in, whoops, wrong end. Ends inside, tighten it up like that. And I'm gonna trim this side off. Tuck this underneath like so. Let's see if I can finagle this bow. All right, I think I'm gonna have to use some glue dots from my paper pumpkin. And I'm just gonna put a bow back here, a glue dot on the back, and it'll kind of hold it in place for me. Oh, did it get on there? No, it's still on the paper. Okay, and we'll just kind of tack that down a little bit. Pull out our I think I'm gonna use one on these tails, see if it'll help me with my tails. I don't want them flapping too much. Oh, I think I just like messed up my ribbon. Okay, I can't get this on for some reason today. Why are these glue dots not sticking? Normally they stick really well for me. There we go. Okay, and then I want to take this one. I think I'm just going to put it on the paper. How about that? On the card base itself. Let's just do it that way, Denise. Why you make it difficult on yourself? Okay, there we go. Just like that. I think. Okay, let's make the bow. Now, I'm going to trim off my tails. And I'll just do a straight edge today. Whoops. All right. Oh, I think I like that better than up at the top. Yep, there we go. But if you guys like anything that you've seen, I will have a link down below to my online store. Also, you can I'll have all the measurements and the products that I used down below. And then, what else? Oh, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I always forget that part. I just like showing you guys what we create with this wonderful product. Okay, guys. Well, I will talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Toodles.